Okay, we're back for our daily NBA predictions here on the channel. Today is April 2nd, and we've got 9 games today in the National Basketball Association. We go from, honestly, an all-time day yesterday in the NBA. Steph Curry, 50-plus points in the Warriors' victory in Memphis, and then Nikola Jokic with a 60-point triple-double, yet the Nuggets still lose because Russ botches a layup and then fouls Nickeil Alexander-Walker for the game-winning three. I mean, I'll take it. Oh, that's all I'm saying. I'm going to take it. Hey, Lakers only, one game back, half game back of the Nuggets? We're so back. Anyways, the prophecy is going to be fulfilled. Nuggets in the 4, Thunder in the 1, Lakers, Rockets 2-3. Oh, my goodness. Lakers, Grizz first round. Oh, man. Just saying. Anyways, before we get into the predictions, folks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily NBA predictions here on the channel. Earlier today, we posted our college basketball best bets with the college basketball crown and our MLB best bets as well. So go make sure to check that out. Those are both linked in the description down below, along with our MMA videos this week on Greedo Plays MMA, UFC Fight Night Emmett versus Murphy full card predictions, and at PFL 1, Jackson versus Koreshkov full card predictions as well. Okay, go subscribe to Greedo Plays MMA too while you're at it. Trying to get to 500 subscribers over there, so go subscribe. Okay, on to the first of our 9 games today in the NBA. We go to Cavs and Knicks. Okay, so before we get going on this slate, guys, there's so many potential blowouts today. It's crazy. Again, all-time day yesterday. Warriors, Grizz, the Jokic game. I mean, honestly, that's kind of it. But those 2 games alone, that's an all-time day in the NBA. And now we have a bunch of games with double-digit spreads. And there's a lot of games, not this one, but a lot of games where there's one playoff team and one tanking team. So our first game, Knicks-Cavs. Okay, well, the Knicks aren't tanking. It's just, can they keep up with the Cavaliers? No. Let's just be honest with ourselves. The Knicks are still injured, and they could be without Karl-Anthony Towns, because Cat did not play yesterday against the 76ers. They did win. OG Anunoby at 27 points in their victory, but we'll see if Cat plays today on the road. I don't know. I would really think it's a 50-50, because it's not like he was a game-time decision. They ruled him out pretty early in the day yesterday, and the report, again, is still Cat out due to left knee soreness. They've not updated it since prior to the Philly game, but as of 2 o'clock in the morning here on the 2nd, there's nothing about Karl-Anthony Towns playing against the Cavaliers. Usually the case is, right, you don't play the first half of a back-to-back, you play the second. I don't know, though. They're going on the road. The Knicks are pretty firmly in third. It would take a miracle at this point for the Pacers to pass them. So the Knicks, I think they're going to rest Cat. They have no reason to play him in an honestly a meaningless game with the Cavaliers, a team that is kind of playing meaningless basketball now. The Celtics are 4 games out, but I don't see Boston catching them. I don't see it. Cleveland's playing 7 more games this season. They'd really need to lose a lot of them for the Celtics to overtake them. So I wouldn't expect Cleveland to take most of these games down the stretch the most serious either. But this game, again, no Cat, no Jalen Brunson. They're still without a lot of their guards, right? Cameron Payne and Miles McBride likely still out as well. Do we expect the Knicks to remain competitive with the Cavaliers? I don't. The Cavs have no injuries. And sure, again, they're trying to clinch that 1 seed as soon as possible, I would believe. Garland, Mitchell, Strus, Mobley, Allen, they're all healthy tonight. That means the Cavaliers will beat the Knicks on their own home court. Cleveland minus 10.5 is the play. We're going to take it. Cavaliers to cover and win by double digits here at home against the New York Knicks, who could be without their 2 All-Stars. Definitely without one. We'll see about Karl-Anthony Towns. Next up, we go to Indianapolis, Indiana, to the Gainbridge Fieldhouse for the Charlotte Hornets and the Indiana Pacers. Give me Indiana minus 14.5. The Pacers coming off their victory the other night against the Sacramento Kings. Yesterday with the Hawks lost to the Portland Trail Blazers. The Pacers have officially clinched a spot in the postseason this year, so shout out Indiana basketball. They will destroy the Hornets tonight. And the Pacers have a pretty easy schedule for the rest of the season. Yes, they play Cleveland twice, but they should be playing the Cavaliers when they've already have everything locked down. So we'll see what Cleveland team they play. And yeah, they go to Denver, but I'm going to say the Pacers can go to Denver and win. The way the Nuggets are playing right now, yes, Jokic is elite. He's great. The rest of the team's horrible. Just saying. They're not very good this year, guys. They're a one and done in the playoffs. Unless they get Memphis. Or the Clippers. They're a one and done in the playoffs. Maybe Houston. They beat Houston. If they don't get Houston, Clippers, or Memphis, they're a first-round exit this season. Trust me. Anyways, Pacers, Hornets. The Pacers destroy the Hornets. You know, I mean, no LaMelo Ball. Mark Williams, I believe, is playing today. Miles Bridges is playing as well. But the Hornets are already, you know, they're phoning it in. We know what's going on with the Charlotte Hornets. It is full capture the flag mode. They won on Monday. They beat the Jazz in the ultimate capture the flag game, right? Who wants to win less? Well, it was, you know, the Utah Jazz because they're trying to lose. The Hornets, you know, I think they're going to try to lose out from here, and they have a very good chance of losing out and finishing the regular season with only 19 wins. When we look at the grand scheme of things here, guys, Charlotte wants to have the third best odds at Cooper Flag. The Jazz and Wizards both have 16 wins. Then the Hornets have 19, and then next up are the Sixers at 23. But the Sixers don't have their own pick. That's OKC's, isn't it? Oh my goodness, it is. Right? I'm like 95% sure that is OKC's pick. What if OKC gets Cooper Flag? Oh, it's protected 1 through 6. Okay, I was going to say, because if OKC ended up with number 1, that would be crazy. Anyways, yeah, Indiana's going to blow out Charlotte. My apology, my fault for not really going over this basketball game, but the Hornets aren't trying to win anymore, and the Pacers we saw in their victory in Washington on last Thursday, this is what they can do to tanking teams. They'll put up 160 points, right? Charlotte won't be able to keep up. Indiana's going to put 140 on their head. Do you think the Hornets can score 125? I don't think so. So give me the Indiana Pacers to win this game. They will score 140 points at home. It's just one of these games. They get the Jazz on Friday night. This is a very easy homestand after by far their toughest game in the homestand on Monday, beating the Sacramento Kings. So give me the Pacers. You know how much I like this team. Indiana wins at home, and they completely blow out the tanking Charlotte Hornets. Next up, why did I mess up? Like this, the graphic's not supposed to be like this. Okay, whatever. I don't know why this happened. I accidentally pressed enter, I guess, when I was making the graphic. Give me Wizards spread here against the Sacramento Kings. I think the Kings win. You know, that's pretty obvious at this point. One would think. But I think the Wizards can actually cover this game, okay? It's 12.5 points. That's a lot, you know? And I get it, the Wizards just got blown out in their own home court against the Miami Heat. But guys, don't forget the Sacramento Kings' ability to mess things up. Okay, guys, this team has won 1 game in their last 7. It was the win over the Portland Trailblazers. Somehow, they're still a game and a half above the Phoenix Suns for the 10 seed. So the Kings could legitimately go into the play-in with 37 victories. Now, again, they'll probably beat Charlotte on Friday, but that's just kind of showing you how bad the Phoenix Suns have been. So the Kings will probably be the 10. They're going to go to Dallas, and they will probably lose in the play-in game. I don't care how injured Dallas is. They'll probably still beat the Kings because the Kings cannot figure things out. Even though, yes, they will be in the play-in. They've played a very competitive game in Indiana, but the Pacers barely edged them out. Today, they get Washington on the road. I think Sacramento keeps this game really close because I just don't think they're going to be able to get away from this team. I think Jordan Poole's going to have one of those nights where he keeps hitting circus shots and the Wizards just kind of remain competitive. Washington's got a bunch of injuries like all tanking teams do. No Marcus Smart, no Sadiq Bey, no Keyshawn George, no Chris Middleton, no Malcolm Brogdon. Expect both Brogdon and Middleton to soon get ruled out for the rest of the season. I don't know about Marcus Smart. He's been playing a little bit more than the other two recently, but just don't expect these guys to make any more appearances here in 2025. At the same time, Washington does not want to win a game because if they do, then they completely sell their chances of getting the number 1 overall pick. They have split with the Utah Jazz this season. I don't know what the losing tiebreaker is, but both of these teams are trying to lose out and have 16 wins, so they have the best odds at the number 1 pick in the draft. Right? I mean, that's what they're both going for at this point. Yeah, it's an ultimate tank-off game. You know, it's just, or like competition between these two squads. I do think the Wizards, though, can keep this close, right? Jordan Poole in his last game against the Heat, 35 points. They're not going to beat the Kings, but I think this is, again, the Kings' ability to screw things up. I think they'll somehow keep Washington in this. And at the same time, the game is in D.C. Not like it really matters for the Wiz, but Poole at 35 in the Heat loss, right? I mean, they're kind of competitive at times. I know they still lost that game by 25 points. But the Brooklyn game, they lost by 3. You know, yeah, the Kings can run and they play fast, but I'm going to take Washington to find a way to cover. Give me the Wizards plus 12.5 here at home against the Sacramento Kings. Next up, we go to Boston, another blowout game. I mean, there's just a lot of these tonight, and the next one's crazy. Boston minus 11.5. The Heat have been playing much better. I will give them that. They're on a 5-game winning streak. You haven't played a team like the Celtics yet, though. They beat the Warriors without Steph. They beat the Hawks, Sixers, Wizards, and Hornets. Okay. Yeah, it's not even close. Now, I wouldn't bet this game, because I think it can go either way depending on the Celtics' injury situation. Okay, Al Horford not playing tonight, doubtful with the toe injury. Drew Holiday, questionable shoulder injury. Kristaps Porzingis, questionable illness. Jaylen Brown, questionable knee injury. So we know the anomaly, Jason Tatum is going to play tonight, but we don't know about these other guys. Derek White is going to give it a go. He's fully healthy, but we don't know about Drew, Brown, and Porzingis. I wouldn't bet it. I think if we get, at least one of these guys healthy, maybe two, I think I'd feel fine about the 11.5. But the way Miami's been playing, yes, they've been much more competitive, but at the same time, it is kind of a fraudulent win streak. They've played some really easy squads. Except for Atlanta, sure, that's a potential play-in game, but is what it is. They got Trae Young and Zachary Ricochet. Andrew, by the way, I really like Ricochet. But anyways, Andrew Wiggins not playing tonight, out due to right hamstring tendopathy. I don't know. I don't know what that word is. Tendonopathy. I don't know. It's a medical term. Don't know. Anyways, Tyler Hero's playing, Bam Adebayo, Khalil Ware. They're playing Boston, though. The Celtics are just better. Give me Boston to run right through Miami. Wouldn't bet it, though. There are better blowout games to bet on, like our next one, actually. I wouldn't touch this one, though. I wouldn't. I think Boston will cover. I wouldn't officially bet it, though, until we know who's playing. But for now, yes, give me the Celtics. Oddly enough, this is a better blowout bet, I think. Houston minus 17.5. And this is what sucks about this part of the season. Again, we get the Jazz, who aren't trying to win, going to Houston. I mean, the Rockets are minus 2,500 tonight. Plus 1,100 coming back for the Utah Jazz. Utah's injuries tonight, there's a lot. Markkanen out, knee injury. Sexton questionable with the pelvis injury. If a veteran on the Utah Jazz is questionable, that means they're not playing. Cody Williams out with an illness. Jaden Springer questionable. And Walker Kessler is questionable with conditioning. Great. The Utah Jazz tonight will be starting Isaiah Collier, Johnny Juzang, Bryce Sensabaugh, KJ Martin, and Kyle Filipowski. You think that's bad? What's their second unit? Keontae George, who can hoop. Oscar, Svi Mikhailuk. That's it. Michael Potter. That's what they throw out on the basketball court every night. Like we saw when the Rockets played another abysmal basketball team like the Phoenix Suns on Sunday, they will blow you out if you are an inferior opponent. That's what the Utah Jazz are. Now, Jalen Green got benched in the fourth quarter late in the game against the Lakers on Monday. Expect Jalen Green to bounce back in a big way. That's just kind of how he is. The Rockets are hunting for their 50th win of the season tonight. They can get that, obviously, with the win over Utah. Expect Jalen Green to have a really good night. I don't know what his player prop is, but I'd expect it to go over tonight. That's just kind of how Jalen Green is. One game, he's horrible like the Lakers game. One night, he looks like one of the best players in basketball. It's just how he plays, and he gets a very favorable matchup tonight against these lowly Utah Jazz. You don't need me to tell you Utah's not trying to win, and the Rockets are trying to win in the worst way. I mean, not like they're in danger of falling into the play-in or whatnot, but the Rockets really have a clear path, not really clear, but they need to win this game so that they can have somewhat of a path to get the number 2 seed. Because after this, the Rockets take on the Thunder, Warriors, Clippers, Lakers, and Nuggets. Right now, they have a 2-game lead over the Nuggets for the 2 seed, and 2.5 over the Los Angeles Lakers. There is a chance that the Rockets could fall all the way down to 4. So they need to get every win possible. That starts tonight with Utah. They're not going to take any chances. They're going to blow this team out. That's exactly what's going to happen. Houston Rockets minus 17.5. Oddly enough, it is, I think, my favorite blowout bet of the day, even more than Pacers Hornets. This is just what the Rockets do to really bad teams. They will blow them out. This is a team that's still hungry to win regular season games, and any chance they get, they 100% will take advantage. Give me Houston here at home to blow out these Jazz. These Jazz, Utah. Next up, we go to the Luka Trae Young game. Right, but Luka's on the Lakers. Anyways, Mavericks Hawks. Give me the Hawks. I know they lost yesterday to the Portland Trailblazers. Bounce back spot, Dallas and AD's back, but they still lost to the Nets the other day. Now, I mean, shout out to Spencer Dinwiddie trying to take the game-winning 3 when Klay Thompson's right there and open, but it's okay. Klay did miss the first attempt, I understand. They're getting healthier are the Mavericks, right? I mean, I believe AD's playing tonight. Davis is probable. Lively's questionable. Gadford's back. I mean, they're getting healthy, sure. At the same time, their guard situation's still bad, guys. Klay Thompson's washed, I'll just be honest. I like Klay, all-time great player, but he is washed up. Spencer Dinwiddie, saw how that worked with the Lakers last season. I mean, is he a starting caliber guard in the league? No. The Hawks will try to outrun this team, and this is a game where they kind of can take away Anthony Davis. That's how the Hawks play. They try to take away your center because they're going to take as many shots as possible from the perimeter. Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Zachary Ricochet. I mean, it's one hell of a matchup for Onyeka Okongwu dealing with these bigs, but I mean, the way Atlanta plays, they play on the perimeter the entire game. They try to outpace you scoring-wise. I don't mind it. I really don't mind this spot for Atlanta. You get them at plus money. It's been one of my favorite bets all year long. Take the Hawks on the road at plus money. They had a bad game yesterday. Trae Young hooped, but, Zachary Ricochet, who we talked about, is a huge factor for this team. Still gets my vote for Rookie of the Year. Unfortunately, only had 9 points against Portland yesterday at home. That needs to change. And the Hawks are winless in games where Playboy Cardi is courtside, right? So we'll see if that changes tonight that they're in Dallas, Texas. I'm taking the Hawks, right? Ricochet only 9 points yesterday. Expect him to bounce back on a second night of a back-to-back. In terms of the Hawks' injury situation, nothing noted for Ricochet, Daniels, Young, or Okongwu, or Karis LeVert for that matter, coming off the bench. I like Atlanta here on the road in Dallas. Guys, the Mavericks are still, yes, they're back and healthy, but guys, losing to the Nets on your home court, it's not unforgivable, but it's bad. It can't happen. I'm taking Atlanta here on the road. I think we get great value here at plus money. You can take the spread plus 4.5. Don't mind it. I just go money line plus 155. The underdog Hawks have been doing it all season long for us. Give me Atlanta with the victory to try to regain the 7 seed, as right now they are the 8. So give me Atlanta here on the road to pick up the win in Dallas. Next up, we move to the San Antonio Spurs and the Denver Nuggets. I think the Nuggets come out kind of cold after that game yesterday. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's going to be a dominant performance for them. Line was 11.5 when I saw the graphic. Now it's 8. When I made the graphic, now it's 8.5 as I'm recording this video. I don't see Jokic ruled out yet, but I'm assuming, again, recording this video at 2 in the morning, I'm assuming Vegas knows something I don't. I'd assume Jokic is not going to play the second night of this back-to-back if the line's only 8.5, because when I made the graphic, it was 11. Okay, I'm still taking San Antonio plus 8.5, assuming Jokic is not playing. Right, Jamal Murray didn't play yesterday, no MPJ yesterday. I don't think either of them are going to play tonight because it's San Antonio, and they expect to win this game regardless, which they should. But I assume the 8.5 is because Jokic isn't going to give it a go. San Antonio's on a second night of a back-to-back as well. They played Orlando yesterday. They lost at home. Spurs aren't good. I mean, I don't need to tell you that. Sochan, I believe, is still out, and Charles Bassey, their backup, their other center, is not playing right now. He's hurt, so I assume Bismack Biyombo's back in the starting role tonight. If he is going up against Jokic, yikes, but if not, it's going to be either Zeke Naji or DeAndre Jordan, probably Zeke Naji. All right, I mean, again, no Jokic, no MPJ, no Jamal Murray. The Nuggets will win because that means Aaron Gordon, I'm not joking, is going to score 45 points, and Russ will probably have a big night, but I think San Antonio can kind of stay in this game with those guys not playing. This is going to be a showcase game for Stephon Castle. He's a good basketball player. Probably will win Rookie of the Year, even though I think it should be Zachary Ricochet. But, expect Castle and Vassell to ball out. And with the Nuggets, again, the horrors of last night, the Russell Westbrook missed layup, the foul at the three-point line of Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I don't know. I just expect the Nuggets to come out cold after that poor performance last night. That double overtime game, tired legs. Yeah, I think San Antonio, they lost yesterday, but they're going to be the fresher team on the court tonight. I'm going to take San Antonio plus 8.5, I guess the line is now. That's fine. I assume Jokic is not going to play. If Jokic is playing, just stay away entirely, I'm going to be honest. But if no Jokic, plus 8.5, San Antonio on the road, don't mind it at all. Give me the Spurs. We go on now to the Detroit Pistons and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Give me OKC minus 14.5. Guess the line's 13.5 now when I'm looking at it. That's fine. I will take the point with the Thunder. Guys, this is my reasoning also for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander MVP. Okay, you want to point out, oh, look at Jokic's 60 points yesterday. It's not like Shai's done 54 times this season. But anyways, the Thunder, the reason why you don't see Shai post these crazy numbers every single night, by the way, he still leads the NBA in scoring, but the reason why you don't see the 50-point triple-doubles, which, again, Shai doesn't always pass the ball, but that's fine. He averages 7 assists a game now. But anyways, It's because the Thunder don't play competitive basketball games. None of their games are close. Guys, they have more blowout victories than the Wizards have blowout losses this season. And the Jazz, too. They blow everybody out. Playoff teams come to OKC. The Pacers, who are a very good playoff team, who I think has a very good chance to go to the Eastern Conference Finals this season, they blew them out by 20-plus points when they came in there on Saturday. The Memphis Grizzlies came into town. OKC beats them by 21 points. They blow everybody out. It doesn't matter who it is. The Nuggets come to town. They blow them out by 24 points. That's just what OKC does. So that's why you don't see Shea scoring 40 all the time. Sure, he still puts up 35 on a nightly basis, even in blowouts. But the reason you don't see Shea with the big clutch time shots is because there is no clutch time. The Thunder don't play close games. Anyways, this game's not going to be close either. They're going to blow the Pistons out. There are levels to this game, guys. There are levels, and Cade Cunningham is not playing tonight. There you have it. The Pistons will not walk into OKC, and they will not, A, win, or B, keep the game competitive without their all-star point guard. They just won't. It won't happen. It doesn't matter who's out for OKC. As long as SGA's on the court, they will win, and it looks like they're going to be playing all their guys tonight. They got the call from Adam Silver. Games on ESPN. Go play your guys. Okay. Just win it. Hey, beat the Rockets on Friday for us. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, give me SGA and the guys. This game will not be close. No Cade Cunningham for the Pistons. Yes, Detroit's great. With Cade, they're not that good. They're still decent. They're not as good, though, without Cade. So, give me Shea and OKC. It feels like an easy pick on ESPN. This is a blowout. Speaking of blowouts, I'll be honest, I'm not going to spend too much time on this final game. Clippers, Pelicans. I'm not going to spend a lot of time singing the Clippers praises. I'm just not going to do it. They're minus 2,500 tonight. I mean, it's just embarrassing for the league. It just is. So, the Pels, no CJ, no Zion for the rest of the season. Jordan Hawkins out tonight as well. Brandon Boston out tonight. Who the hell's even playing tonight for the Pels? Jose Alvarado, Bruce Brown, Keon Brooks, Kelly Olynyk, Yves Missy. Wow, that is horrible. I like how I said, by the way, the other day on Sunday, watch out for Bruce Brown, right? I mean, he's going to get a lot of minutes. He's very capable against the Hornets. He scored 3 points. I guess Bruce Brown's just completely washed now at 28 years old. He left the Nuggets after they won the NBA championship, went to Indiana, got traded for Pascal Siakam, and now he is nothing in the NBA. It is crazy. The Clippers will blow this team out. It's in the Intuit Dome. Kawhi is playing. Norm is playing. James Harden is playing. Zubac is playing. Do I need to say more? This is a blowout. This honestly might be an even better. No, this is a better play, I think, than Rockets Jazz. I really think it is. This is an experienced Clippers team. I'd argue home court at the Intuit Dome is better than home court at the United, the Toyota Center in Houston. The Clippers run right through this team. It's not a competitive game. It's really not. I mean, I'll make a bold statement. I don't think the Pelicans ever lead. I mean, who's going to score points tonight? I'm serious. Who will lead this team in scoring? It was Keon Brooks in their last game. They actually beat the Hornets with this team. Keon Brooks scored 17 points, the rookie out of Washington. Great. I believe that's got to be his career high. That's bad, man. Bruce Brown had 12 boards in that game. Wow. Guys, Bruce Brown's going to be trying to rebound against Ivica Zubac tonight. It'll be Missy, I understand. But, this is horrible. Yeah, Clippers by $1 million. You can get into this basketball game for the low price of $2, and I wonder why. Clippers by $1 million. This is dumb. This game is stupid. Yeah, go Clips minus 17.5. Ooh. And folks, that does it for NBA predictions here for April 2nd. Yeah, today's just a National Blowout Association Day, unfortunately. Tomorrow will be better. Lakers Warriors on prime time. There's some good games tomorrow. Memphis, Miami, there's games. Way better than today. So folks, thank y'all for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.